What's up, everyone? So here to do an SGC order reveal. 17 cards, shipped this off. So I actually, just so you guys can see this, I thought you'd be interested. I kind of charted down everything here, kind of the dates, and pretty sweet. They have admittedly been a little bit behind from their Bowman special that they had, but here you go. Check that out. Mailed 131, received there at 2 on 2/2. They entered into their system on 2/5. It was graded. Well, I didn't write when it was graded, but I think it was like, I don't know, February 20th probably. Sent back the 21st, received at my house 2/23. So door to door, it was 23 days. But as I said, they did say that they were a little bit behind from their Bowman special that they offered in January. So, and I did reach out to them and ask, because it was kind of just taking just a little bit longer than expected. And I did get an email back from them. One thing I will say from SGC is their customer service is just on point. At least that's been my experience. If you've had a bad experience, that's unfortunate, because I think they do a good job responding to people and let them know. I actually just sent one card back from my last order that was mislabeled, and they, so they're just very good about communication, sending back an email with the prepaid, FedEx thing to send it back in, and that card came back probably within like a week. So that was pretty nice that they fixed that. So just stuff like that people pay attention to. And right now, for me at least, they're my number one. And I think I had said in one of my previous videos, I had a PSA order out. That order is about to come back on Tuesday. I've already looked at the grades, and to say that I'm very disappointed is an understatement. And you guys will see why when I do that reveal. And it's kind of putting me in the position of I think I'm just done sending to PSA, unfortunately. And again, these cards that are coming back, some of the grades are not, these cards aren't, these aren't real high dollar value items. They're still important cards to me. They're part of my collection, right? But I think where my frustration lies is, I'm not a professional grader, but I put the professional expertise on them to, kind of handle the cards the right way. And some of the stuff that I saw, like image-wise, before they went to the grading room, kind of, it made me a little upset, because it looked like some of the stuff was scratched. And I never would have sent the cards in if they were scratched. I'm just, I'm not into sending ultra modern cards or even modern cards in for, grades of like 5s and 6s. So you'll see when it comes back, my disappointment. And what I'm going to do, because, I just kind of want to see what happens. I want to snap those cards and send them to SGC, specifically the ones that, not the whole order, just the ones that I felt were kind of not looked at the right way, and see what SGC says. Because if they say that they're the same grade, or similar, then it's on me, and I'll take the onus of that. But I think you guys have seen in a lot of my grading reveal videos, I'm not getting 5s and 6s on most modern cards. I'll get the occasional 7.5 or 8, which I'm okay with. Something I've missed, or I don't know. I feel like when you're teetering on that range of 7 and 8, right, you might miss something. When you're into the 5 and 6 range, you're looking for like creases, bends in the card, dents. I didn't see anything on these. And again, I never would have sent them had I thought those things were there. I looked these cards over fairly closely. Admittedly, I don't use a loop. I don't go berserk, but I look enough in the lighting in this room that I'm in where I can tell if there's some big problem, So anyway, enough of that. Enough ranting and raving. I just prefer SGC. I like their turnaround times more, obviously. Although this one with PSA, and I got to give them credit on this, the one that's coming back, it did come back, is going to come back pretty fast. So, I can't knock them for that, but I don't know, man. I'm just kind of getting fed up with them, and I think this is probably going to be my last dance with them for a while, until they just get some things figured out. I mean, I've, heard some chatter with some people that I know. Just there's a lot of inconsistencies with them. They've got newer people, which, look, I understand there's a learning curve with learning how to do, in reality, your job. But I don't know. It's just disappointing when you shell out your money and, you're getting slaughtered on certain cards. So I'm not sure. Anyway, but at the same time, you can't win them all. So if it is on me after I do this little experiment, then, I'll take ownership of that and go from there. All right, so 3 of these cards in this order are not mine. They're my buddy Dave's from Dave's Midlife Card Crisis. And I'll tell you guys what those are when they come up. So here we go. 2021 Stadium Club Chrome. This is the orange refractor of Garrett Cole. They're numbered out of 25, and that got a 10. Now, there's one card. Is it 1 or 2? There's a couple in here where I was like, oh, okay, what did I miss on that? Especially the one of these you'll see. One of the card grades I think was pretty justified. I didn't even expect. I think I thought it could get a 9, so I was maybe a grade off, but you'll see what that is. I got this card in a pack. I thought it looked really good, and it's 2022 Topps Black Parallel to 71 of Correa. And usually with these, they're really tough because the border's obviously black, so it lends to just way more chipping. But when I pulled this, I was like, man, that looks perfect. The centering was on, and just thought it was a cool card. So a 10 on that one. This is a great card. I actually pulled this in a pack that I had randomly bought a hobby box and got this in a pack, which I thought was pretty cool, and it got a 10-10. So it's the 2022 Topps. It's the 87 design rookie auto on-card autograph of Bobby Witt. So it got a 10, and the auto as well got a 10. So really nice looking card there. I love that card. This is, yep. So here's a Stadium Club variation of Juan Soto. Really like this card too. Got a 10. In the red shirt. That's the variation name. A couple big ones coming up here. I had purchased this card raw. I thought it looked... this case is kind of cracked on the back here. So it's the 2018 US 1 Update Series Shohei Rookie, but it's the red warm-up shirt variation. And it got a 9, so I'm very pleased with that. These are not easy. I feel like 2018 Topps is not an easy set. It's not a gimme set. There's going to be a lot of chipping up in the top here. So that's a really nice card. I'll keep that for the foreseeable future. Here's a Stanton. This one got a 9, but this is a 2019 Bowman red, and the reds are at a 5, as you can see right there. So I'll take a 9 on that card any day. Cool looking. This is 2013 Topps, but it's the photo variation with the sunglasses, and that one got a 9.5. Really cool looking card. Stanton showed up to camp visibly. He had dropped weight and looking to just kind of get himself back to where he potentially could be. So I'm excited to see it. Sorry, just sipping some coffee here. This is the one where this is out of Update. This is the rookie debut for Vulpi. And when I checked out the grade, I was like, man, what did I miss on this card? Because this would be one I'd be like, I thought the centering looked great. I didn't see any problems with the corners, but I guess the corner up here, this might be a problem up here on the left. I didn't see that. I don't know. The back too looks like it might have some. I didn't see that either. Guys, sometimes when you ship stuff too, I'm not making excuses for my eyes or anything. It could just very well be my terrible eyesight, but this one almost looks like it had like somebody pushed on the back of it. I don't know. So that's kind of a dud there, but that's okay. I'll just probably put that in an auction on eBay and see if somebody will pick that card up for cheap. I'm not interested in keeping an 8 rookie debut in my collection. you know, and look, I have some of those raw too, but I'm just saying when you slab it, it's like, you know, I kind of have this range of, I'll keep it if it's like a 9. If it's an 8, I think I'm all set. This one's cool. So this is the Bowman Platinum, which I realized, I think I realized like I was putting that Bowman order for SGC together that I had this card too after the fact, and I was like, oh, well, I could have graded that for $9, but missed on that. This is the red parallel to 10, but sweet looking card there. And sorry for the lighting glare. I'm back in my temporarily back in here because I have the desk set up. And then here's another one out of 5. This is the red refractor from Bowman Chrome 2018. This is sick. So to get a 10 on this card is, I'm pleased with that. That's filthy. 3 out of 5. All right, and this I think you guys will have seen this before if you watched my Bradley Claus bombing. He sent me this beautiful Phil Simms card, which has an on-card auto on it, and I was like, you know what? I want to get that slab because it's really nice. And it came back a 9 on the card, but a 10 auto. Beautiful on-card autograph of Phil Simms. Card-wise, it's just got a little white showing up here, and with that blue border, I mean, I don't expect perfect on that, but I was very pleased to get a 9 on that card. So thank you again, Brad, for that gift. As you can see, I have slabbed it up for the collection, and will be on display here soon once I get this room fixed and stuff. Here's another one that I thought, yeah, this is justified. So these cards are just, I feel like, impossible. The red hot and the white hot inserts from 95 Pinnacle. I thought this one looked really good, and I've purchased a few other copies of this card where they've been, like, you know, mangled. My thought on it is the bottom here, I don't see a lot of pushed in corners, but then it's got this foil edge, which could have been a little bit scratched. Could be some scratching on there too. Yeah, there's a line here. So, you know, this is definitely a justified grade. I'm still okay with that, though. These cards are not easy to come by. So I'll just hang on to that Thomas. That's a great card, even in an 8. Okay, here's the 3 that Dave sent to me to send in. He was hoping for, I think he was hoping for an 8 on this card, but as you can see, it's got some type of mark on the back there. But it got a 7 on the 86 Topps Jerry Rice. Still a really nice looking card, though. You can just tell the centering is just off, and as you guys have seen, I think people who slab this card have just said it's impossible. Sticking with that same set, we have the Andre Reed. However, he did really well on this one. So a nice mint 9, and this one's centered really well. Just really no major issues with this card, so that's a beautiful card. So 9 on the Reed, and then the Steve Young got a 7.5. So a few things obviously here. You got some print dots. Centering's not perfect, but still a great looking card in that 86 top set, which again is just an impossible set to slab. So those are Dave's, so I'll get those out to you, Dave, probably by Monday. I would say that's not going to be an issue. And then finishing it off here with nothing too crazy, but I was really pleased with the grades on these. I had bought these a couple of, well, let's see which one. Yeah, this one. I had bought a couple of this card raw. This is the Julio Rodriguez update, the celebrating variation. And one of the ones that I bought had it had a corner problem, but I knew that. I knew that it was listed in the listing. So obviously I didn't send that one in. That one probably would have gotten an 8, but this one looked really good. Although I have to tell you, the back centering is a little off there. That's okay, though. I think the card, you know, eye appeal-wise looks really, really good. And it got a 10, so I'll just hold on to that. Hopefully he can have a little bit of a rebound year this year. I think he will. I think the guy's too good to not. And then the Series 2 variation, which I had been, you know, I had been looking at a lot of the copies of this and finally pulled the trigger on one, which looked really good. And it got the 10. I know SGC tries to put them in these, or at least the cards that like bookend the stack that they send you in these sleeves, but Got to put this in a superior fit. So there's the 2022 Topps. That's the variation, the SP from the box with Vlad Guerrero on it. So really happy to have that one. And I think he'll rebound, and that'll be a nice card to have. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. You know, be on the lookout for that PSA order coming back soon. And like I said, it's going to be ugly, but something I think I've decided to do, you know, going forward in the hobby since I've come back, is just kind of be transparent about stuff. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be, you know, like, oh, I'm not going to show you the grades that I got because they're not good. I mean, this is what happens in the hobby. You take chances when you send cards out for grading. Sometimes you do well. Sometimes you get killed on them. And, yeah, there's just some frustration. It's not going to make me not want to grade anymore. You know, I think my initial thought sometimes is like, forget it. I'm just going to, you know, do raw. But, you know, I still like to slab stuff. So anyway, we'll see what you guys will see you'll see the details on Tuesday. And then, you know, I'll kind of go over what ones I'm going to snap out, and then we'll see what happens when they come back from SGC. And again, I'll take the ownership. If SGC is kind of on par with PSA, then, you know, obviously I got to do a better job of looking over my cards. But I think I do that already, which is why I'm ranting and raving about this now. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.